Hey guys, welcome into Contemporary Issue Wednesday. I've got the blue on. Last week it was red. This week it's blue. Last week it's Republican. This week it's Democrat. It's Hillary Clinton. Let's dive in. Last week we talked about Donald Trump and it took 2 long videos. Trust me, we're not going to be doing that this week with Clinton. Just like last week, we'll talk about reasons why the realist thinks you shouldn't vote for Hillary Clinton and reasons why you should vote for Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton, what can you say? Former First Lady, former Senator of New York, former Secretary of State. Heir apparent to the Democratic nomination. I mean, besides Bernie Sanders, could you think of anyone who actually had a chance? I mean, it was Hillary Clinton. She is the embodiment of sort of the establishment. So, given that, here are the realist reasons why you might not want to vote for Hillary Clinton. 1, she is a career politician, and if everything about being a career politician and being a part of the establishment, which Hillary Clinton is the apex of, makes you sick, then I could see why you wouldn't want to vote for a career politician. The second reason why the realist would think you might not want to vote for Hillary Clinton is that she is completely bought and in bed with Wall Street. Now, we knew this even before all the WikiLeaks recent revelations have been coming out that she made all these speeches to Wall Street after she left as Secretary of State, but she wouldn't release the transcripts because everyone knows she'd be praising the Wall Street bankers. But WikiLeaks, the articles, have just confirmed that she's got a really cozy relationship with Wall Street, and people see that as, okay, well, she's not actually going to institute the reform we want to see. And so if you don't want to vote for her because of her relationship with Wall Street, I could see that as being a good reason why you wouldn't want to vote for her. The third reason why the realist thinks you might not want to vote for Hillary Clinton is because you view her as being fundamentally untrustworthy and corrupt. Now, there is a laundry list of scandals that Hillary Clinton is caught up with.
Benghazis, things surrounding obviously the Goldman Sachs and her relationship with Wall Street, things surrounding her email.
All these things keep coming out that sort of reinforce this image of Hillary as being untrustworthy, will say or do anything to hold on to power. And so this is why Republicans will back Trump, even though most people think he's a complete reprobate, because they see Hillary Clinton as at least equally as bad, if not worse, because she's untrustworthy, she's lying, she's corrupt. That's the... But how far you want to project it and how much that sways your opinion about how she'll be as president, I'll leave that up to you. The last reason why the realist thinks you might not want to vote for Hillary Clinton, she is the status quo. Career politician, scandals, corruption, all these things kind of put forward on her reputation. And even her policy, she's very much a centrist. She was very much a part of the architecture of what has happened recently in the Middle East of toppling Gaddafi and unleashing, a terrorist haven in Libya, being Secretary of State during the debacle that was Syria, Russia, globalization. I could just mention on and on and on. And so if people don't want to vote for Hillary Clinton because of all these issues with the status quo, I could see that. I could see that being a valid reason why you wouldn't want to vote for her. Let's dive into reasons why the realist thinks you would vote for Hillary Clinton. The first reason you would vote for Hillary Clinton is this: she's a career politician. Now, I've already outlined why some people don't like that, but the realist thinks that a positive reason could be that she is a career politician. I mean, let's think, if you wanted a plumber to come over and fix your plumbing, would you want a career plumber or would you want someone who's an outsider, who's got a brand new perspective on plumbing pipes? So that's the argument. She's been in the White House as First Lady. She's been a Secretary of State. She's been a senator. She's cordial. She has the... She's well liked by international leaders. I mean, all of these reasons kind of make you think that she is prepared to step right into the White House and assume the presidential role, the aura of the president. Importantly, she also has an insight in how the bureaucracy of the government works, so she knows how the State Department works. She knows how Congress works and legislation is poured out. She'll have a much better idea and probably a rapport with people who are working in government positions. She knows, she's familiar with the bureaucratic comings and goings. And the second reason why the realist thinks you would want to vote for Hillary Clinton is that she's basically the status quo. You know what you're going to get with Hillary Clinton. There's not going to be any risky business. She's not going to do anything crazy or outlandish. Now, you might argue that she's got some more hawkish foreign policy stances. Hawkish meaning that she'd be more prone to engage in military conflict resolution through using the military than, say, Barack Obama is. But I think that's kind of been tempered a little bit by that worry being brought up in the campaign. So she's status quo. Through and through, you're basically going to get more of the same. And if you're comfortable, or at least that's an okay reality for you, then I could see why that would be a great reason to vote for Hillary Clinton. The third reason why the realist thinks you'd want to vote for Hillary Clinton is this, and it kind of relates to what I was talking about in point one. Foreign leaders, foreign presidents, foreign ministers relate to, could follow Hillary Clinton. Obviously much more than Donald Trump, but even as a person, I think Hillary Clinton does carry a lot of international clout. She would be able to sort of coalesce and put forward any sort of initiative she wants, whether it be in Asia or Europe. And because people know her, because they know her countenance, they're more willing, particularly in regards to Donald Trump, but even with Hillary Clinton, they're more willing and able to actually do business with her. And I think if you'd ask most foreign leaders, almost all foreign leaders, they would prefer Hillary Clinton be the president because they think they can negotiate with him, they think they can work with her. And that's really important because, as I mentioned in my Donald Trump videos, America still plays the most prominent role in almost all international relations issues, be it in Asia, be it in Europe, being in the Middle East, I mean pretty much anywhere. The US has a stake in what's happening, and they'll either be at least observers or, if not, totally engaged in the diplomacy that's happening. And so it really helps in that arena if your leader is respected and wanted to be heard from. People would want to hear what Hillary Clinton has to say. People would want to take that into account. And again, that's a really positive reason to want to vote for Hillary Clinton, particularly when you start comparing that to Donald Trump. And I talked about this last week, that Donald Trump is not very liked, shall we say, by the foreign establishment. Okay. The last reason, and probably the most important, best reason for the realist, and for many of you out there who are Americans, or probably not even Americans, but if you could vote, this would be your real reason to vote for Hillary Clinton, is this. She's not Donald Trump. That is her biggest asset in this campaign. Most people, even Democrats, at this point, do not really like Hillary Clinton. They're not inspired to go out there and vote for Hillary Clinton and believe 100% that she's going to be the one who transforms this nation. What they do believe is Donald Trump is so risky we can't afford to put him in the White House, and so we're going to have the nice, safe option of going with Hillary Clinton. We'll get 4 more years of the status quo. We'll get 4 more years of basically things staying the same, predictability, no risk, and then in 4 years' time we can consolidate our base and go for the actual candidate we believe can really inspire and change the nation. If you ask anyone, Hillary's biggest asset is nothing that she is or she has, it's what she isn't, and that's Donald Trump. I mean, I don't think anybody could argue that point, that the best thing going for Hillary Clinton is that she's facing Donald Trump. So now we come down to the end game here, guys. We've detailed Trump, we've detailed Clinton. Here's the bottom line, I think, for the 2016 election when you're making your choices. On the one hand, you have a candidate who embodies risk, right? So Donald Trump is the riskiest candidate, probably, you could say in history, but I'll just say in recent memory, right? Particularly in America. You don't know what he's going to do, really. You don't know really what his policies are. He's kind of a loose cannon, particularly in the way he presents himself and some of the things that he'll say just off the cuff. You don't know if he's going to actually do well on his promises and make America great again and prosperous, or if he's going to start World War III and a trade war with China. On the other hand, you have the very manifestation of the corrupt political system as most people see it in Hillary Clinton. And so what you would get is more of the same. What you're experiencing now, you'd get more of the same. And so for objective voters like me and you, who aren't tied to any ideology, who are going to vote purely on the policies and the people, the choice comes down to this. Will you vote for Trump because you actually believe in what he says, or because you just want to see the political system burn? Or are you going to vote for Hillary Clinton either because you find her extremely inspiring and her vision is amazing, or, like most people, you think Donald Trump is so terrible we have to have Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is so much better than World War III and a trade war with China. I'm going with Hillary Clinton. Those are your choices. Status quo, crazy risk. And so I leave it up to you guys. Like I said before, I didn't vote for any of these candidates. I've already voted, so I've got no skin in the game. But I trust you guys because you're in this channel. You're watching me, so I know you got some brains in your noggin that you can make an objective decision. And so I leave it to you. Okay, that's it. Let's not talk anymore about the presidential debate. We're going to move on. We got so many more topics we're going to talk about. So tune in next week, and we'll see you on Friday with the informal news wrap-up. But until then, remember, reality always trumps ideology.